Hi everyone, I'm Jill, also known as the Traveling Tow Reader, and today is Wildcard Wednesday as I come from you from Nashville. I am hanging out with my daughter and her dog. I call him my grandpup. She calls me G-Ma when she refers to me with her dog Coog. And I'm just here visiting for a little bit, and I came up to this cute little dog park. It's a little fenced in area. Her little housing community she lives in doesn't have fenced yards, but they have this cool little fenced area, and I came up here with Coog to hang out with him while my daughter's at work, and I wanted to do this live. And today, for Wildcard Wednesday, we could talk about anything, and today I wanted to talk about grief because a friend and suggested, when I asked for suggestions, please continue to give me things. And so grief was brought up as something to talk about. And so I wrote some notes on it, and that's today's topic. Grief, the description of grief is the experience of coping with loss, whether from the death of a loved one or an event that disrupts our sense of normalcy. It's a missing of what once was. And I think there's stages of grief. In the beginning of a loss, there's an honoring of what or who we miss, what they brought to our lives. I remember when my mom passed. She'd been in the hospital and she died of cancer. And I remember walking down the hospital halls just engulfed in my sadness and grief and feeling like life would never be the same. And I passed people I didn't know, people who didn't know my mom had died just now, and they were living their lives. They were talking, even laughing. And I remembered thinking, how can they act so nonchalant when I felt such deep pain? It was fascinating. Our grief it's personal, and it's everything in our lives change, and change means we're alive. And when we lose someone or something dear to us, it's unsettling because, back to the description, it disrupts our sense of normalcy. We get attached to what we want our lives to be, what is happening, and the change throws us off course. And in the beginning, like I said, it's an honoring of what we miss. And then it's our thoughts. We replay and think about our loved ones, and our thoughts create, and we can get stuck in a loop of sadness and not know how to move on from this, even shock sometimes, of this change that's been thrown at us unwillingly. It's not something we've asked for. We don't think it's something that it's just so disruptive. And a way to work with grief is to honor it and lean into it, not to avoid it. Lean into why you're feeling it. If the neighbor down the street, you see this neighbor every so often out walking his dog maybe, or you say hello, you don't know him that well, but seems like a nice man, and you hear he has passed, you feel bad. You feel bad for his family. But you don't have the sense of grief, because our ability to grieve equates to our ability to let love into our life. And so grief is an honor, because we love someone that deep that we're missing them in such a sense. But to be able to continue, because we're still alive, we're still having this human experience and missing what is no longer here in the physical realm, it is a way to move forward, is to we can't just jump into joy. We have to take baby steps. And that can be like, we could take a baby step towards willingness to accept this is our new norm, or acceptance is another emotion. And just leaning into that is a step higher than grief. It's a frequency we can, even anger. Anger is an emotion that we feel when we're grieving. But it's a forward moving emotion. Anger is movement. And something I suggest is finding something else to put your love on. Don't close your love off, whether that be an animal, or volunteering at an animal shelter, or a hobby, taking up something. It could be something honoring the thing you miss. Coog is here barking at the landscapers down below. Or just giving, finding a way to continue to not close your heart down and to continue to love. It's baby steps. And it's honoring you're having this human experience, and the reason you feel this grief is because you let yourself love. That's something to be proud of. And I wholeheartedly believe that our souls are continuing on. And something my mom has said from the other side, when I asked her what it was like where she was, she said she hasn't gone anywhere. She's right where she's always been. And I don't know if that helps to hear that in the grief that someone may be feeling, but our loved ones don't leave us. And they're here cheering us on, wanting us to continue having the most optimal human experience while we're still here. So with that, that is my thoughts on grief today. And I am sending anyone experience grief and having a hard time with changes in their life so much love. And wishing you all a terrific, amazing, beautiful day. And I wanted to see, Coog's just laying here now. I'm going to turn the camera so I can, hey Coog, you want to say hi? You want to play Frisbee? Or how about your tennis ball? You want to go get this? Go get your ball. Okay, Coog, no? All right, we're going to go throw the Frisbee for him. But here's my grandpup, Coog. You guys all have an amazing day. Much love.